Hey, this is Brian from Wright732 and fitin.com, P-H-I-T-I-N. So here's the thing. I've been ranting a little bit because I don't know. I just got a bug up my ass about the fitness industry this week. And here's the thing. I'm a reformed fitness asshole, martial arts asshole primarily. One of the biggest problems that we run into in the industry when you've been, raised in it is they teach you to be an asshole. They teach you that when you're younger that you're supposed to kill yourself to win things and to achieve things and to acquire in terms of rank and exposure and trophies and belts and all this bullshit. And then, you get treated like crap by your seniors because somebody treated them like crap. And then you become a senior one day, hopefully, and you treat the people below you like crap. And it's this never-ending cycle of BS. So you're coming up, you're a white belt, and the black belts are beating you up and calling you names and pushing you around and making you pay for things, and it's stupid. By the time you get to your black belt, you feel like people owe you because of all the abuse you've been through. And then you get your black belt, and then you're abusive to other people because it's your payback for everything you went through. But then somebody brainwashed you into believing that that's the way the system works and that it's a good thing, that you have to be hard on people and, do these just shitty things to them because that's just the way it works. You're supposed to, make it hard so they appreciate things more. And I'm like, I don't really know anything outside of abusive relationships that works that way correctly and creates anything of real value. The reason why most martial arts organizations fracture when they lose their founder is because so many dysfunctional people get put in positions that they're just not mentally able to handle because they were abused for so long that they get back at everybody they don't like, or they steal because they feel they're owed or whatever. It's you put people in a position where they don't feel appreciated and they feel like once they get to a high enough level, they can then get theirs. It's just a bad thing. For me, people always ask me rank and stuff. And at this point in my life, I haven't thought about my rank or had any desire to get rank in any martial art for a long time. My trophies are all in my garage. Anything I've ever won or done, to me, it's all in the past because as a business owner, as an instructor, I've really come to the understanding that the only thing that matters is my ability to communicate my understanding of things in a way that's beneficial to my students. Because the marketplace doesn't care about me or what I've done. The marketplace doesn't owe me anything. The marketplace will compensate me for the value I bring to it. So the only value that I can bring to the table again is communicating my skills and knowledge and understanding in a way that brings value to my customers. And my students are my customers because your school is a business. If you're making money off your school, it is a business. So your students are your customers. And your loyalty to them is as important as their loyalty to you, which means you have to provide a value equal to, if not greater, to your customers than what you're charging them. They don't owe you anything. Because you're a black belt, a world champion, or you've been somewhere or done something, doesn't mean anyone needs to walk through your door and give you money. They're going to come through your door because you've marketed well. They're going to give you money because they see value in what you do and how you do it. If they're coming because they want to be friends with somebody who's famous, that's kind of a problem, and it's a disingenuous relationship because it's a perceived value, but it's just a continuation of a weird celebrity mindset. So, you get the guy who couldn't sit at the cool kids table in high school, now gets an opportunity to buy into the cool kids table because you're going to take his money and treat him well. It's stupid. I don't really like that. For me, it doesn't matter how famous you think you are because you fought on TV. When you wake up in the morning, what you're thinking about is not your personal brand when you're a teacher. You should be thinking about the value that you can communicate. Now, my thing on that one is that when you get customers in the door and you show them the value, that is, you have to get them to like you. You have to get them to appreciate what it is you do. When I say like you, it doesn't have to be a personal like. They have to like what it is you're going to offer them. And then you show them the value of it, and then you actually create that value for them if they choose to become a member. And then in time, they're going to love you for all the other things. Like, it's cool to have an instructor that fought in the UFC. It's cool to work with athletes that have been there and done that. It's cool to know somebody who has a master's degree in whatever. But, like, the value is the base. All the other stuff makes it just that much better. That's the icing on the cake, I guess. So when you're thinking about your business and you're about to call it, you know, Joe Blow's Super Center, former whatever, world champion, whatever, realize that maybe it's a marketing hook. Maybe that's the thing that'll get them to, you know, put the brakes on and look for a second. But what they find when they look should be value. It shouldn't be your ego. Let that sink in for a minute. Forget about the stripes on your belt. Forget about the color of your belt. Forget about all the things you've won. The main thing you need to sell is, what's the first 6 months going to be? What's the first 6 months value? What are you going to achieve for that person? How are you going to achieve it? And, you know, why should they be investing money with you? Again, if you're just selling like a spot at the cool kids table, you're a dick. If you're selling them a real value that's going to benefit their lives, then you're a good person that's doing good in the world. And you'll be compensated for that if you go about it appropriately. So stop selling yourself. Stop selling your rank. Stop selling your associations. Stop selling your world-class achievements, and start selling your value. Start telling the stories that show people what matters. Start letting people know how you doing things well at some earlier point in your life translates into them being able to be better right now. Period. Stop, you know, scratching your own back. Stop caring only about yourself. Start focusing on the people around you, and start providing a real value for the community in which you operate. And then you're going to create a business that has the ability to last for as long as you choose. You're not going to be a flash in the pan. You're not going to be just that guy who used to be on TV and nobody gives a shit about anymore. You're going to be the person that's known as the authority, the person that is a genuinely good person that brings value. So people are going to feel comfortable constantly investing in you and talking good about you and bringing other people in. So that's the message, guys. I am a reformed asshole. I used to think belts mattered. I don't give a shit about belts anymore. I don't care what belt I have around my waist. And I even teach that to my people, like, look, it doesn't matter what's around your waist. It matters, what is this doing for you? If you're a black belt, great. What the fuck does that mean? You have a piece of black material around your waist. Oh, you can choke out everyone in the room? What does that mean? Think, what does that mean? Answer that question. Answer that question in a way that provides value. Don't just tell people, well, you got rank. You can choke somebody out. You can squat more than anybody else in town. Again, what does that mean? What's the benefit in the other 23 hours in someone's day from that 1 hour they spend with you? Think. Tell your story. I can tell you mine, but you need to figure out yours. All right? Go think.